we have two types of comments, single line comments and multi-line comments. So here single line comments start with hash symbol, so and are useful to mention that the entire line till the end should be treated as a comment, the complete line. Okay, whatever the information you are providing, the complete line, when you start with hash, so it is ignored by the Python compiler or Python interpreter. Okay, so here single line commands only for the purpose of one non-executable statement. So that is single line comments. If I have a multi lines, I want to write about the program, describe the program, because I am writing 100 lines of code. So now I want to describe more than 10 lines of description. So then I will use multi-line comments. So here in Python, we will write the block of information inside triple double quotes or triple single quotes. So here triple double quotes or triple single quotes. So at the beginning and ending of the block. Okay. So we will see later example how to write comments in Python programming. Okay, single line comments and multi line comments. We will see with example. So now you have to remember how to write multi-line comments in Python. So here we are using beginning of the block triple double quotes and ending of the block triple double quotes, or beginning of the block triple single quotes, ending of the block triple single quotes. Okay, you must add. So if you add these triple double quotes or triple single quotes, so then the Python compiler will consider it is a non-executable statement, so it will not execute. Only it is for the purpose of human beings to understand the description. So now the another important topic in Python is data types. So data type, what type of data we are using for operations. So here data type represents the type of data stored into a variable or memory. This is definition of data type. So we have a data types available in Python language are called built-in data types. So now we will discuss only built-in data types. So first one is none type, numeric types, sequences, sets, mappings. Okay. So here none type, it is like the meaning of null. We are using the null keyword in Java programming. Okay, so the meaning of null keyword is nothing but null. Okay, so it specifies the value of null. So similarly we are using none in Python. So now we will define none type here. You can see. So data types, the first one is none type. None data type represents an object that does not contain any value. There is no value in that type. Okay, normally we will use null value in other programming languages, even in modules, that means functions. If you are giving values, if you are not providing any values to a function, it will consider null value. and it will pass null value to the called function. So this we will discuss slowly in the concepts of functions. Okay, just here you have to understand what is a none data type in Python. So none data type represents an object. None data type represents an object. It does not contain any value. So that means here it is null. So it does not contain any value. Okay. So that we can refer as a null. So in other languages we can define null, but here in Python we can define none type. So next one is numeric types. Numeric type represent numbers. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 positive numbers I told now. So -1, -2, -3 negative numbers. So all we can consider numeric data types. So here we have three types of numeric data types. So integer, float, complex. Okay. So here integer data type we can represent in Python. Here Python represents int data type, represents an integer number. So number is with the digits 0 to 9, either positive number or negative number. So only the digit formed with the help of digits. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, whether it is 3 digits, 4 digits or 10 digits number, all we can consider as a integers. But here integer number means it is a number without any decimal point or fractional part. So that is called integer data type. So here I provided some examples: 5, 7, negative number, -6, 200, again negative number, -400, 0, 1000 and 8977779900. These types of numbers we can treat as integers. So here remember, integer data type without any decimal point. If with the decimal point, that we can define float data type. Okay, so integer is a number without any decimal point or fraction part. That numbers only integers. Suppose here I am taking the variable a -27. A is called a variable. It stores the value -27. Okay, a is called a integer variable because -27 is assigned to integer variable a. Okay, here -27 is assigned to a variable a, so that's why it is called integer variable. So in C language we have a limit for short integer. So this is the limit for positive and this is the limit for negative numbers, and even size also. Short integers it will take 2 bytes of memory, and integer it will take some other bytes of memory. Long integer 4 bytes of memory. So but Python here, in Python, no limit for the size of an integer data type. You can give small, it will take small value. You can give thousands of values, it will take thousands, and you can give big value. You can give a large value. The variable it will take as a large value. So here, So we cannot say the size of the number. Okay, so even Python also no limit for the size of an integer data type. You can assign any big value. Okay, any value, any large value that will consider as integer value to that variable. Okay, now here I am going to assign a equal to some 1 1 2 2 3 4 5 6 7 up to 28 digits. No problem, you can give whatever the value you want, you can give that value will assign memory in Python. Okay, so but here there is no limit for the size of an integer data type. So now numeric data types. So here another type of numeric data type is float data type. So previously we discussed integer data type. It represents only integers without decimal points and fractional part. So here float means it is a number that contains a decimal point or a fractional part. So these numbers we can call floating point numbers. These numbers are represented in Python by using the data type float. Okay, so here I given some examples and you see the definition that it is a float, it is a number that contains a decimal point, and here you can see the examples. So 0.33 minus 3.4567 and so 0.00001 up to so on. All these numbers, these types of numbers are called floating point numbers. So here how we are going to assign floating point number? If you take the variable b is equal to 33.5673. Here float number is assigned to the variable b. Okay, here float number is assigned to the variable b. So here b is called float variable. Okay, so why b is called float variable? We are assigning the float point number to b, floating point value to b. That's why b is called float variable. Okay, and we can also give the values like scientific notations we are using with exponential values. Suppose here I am giving 11.66E5. So normally in mathematics it means it is 11.66 times 10 to the power of 5. So these notations normally we can use in scientific calculations. Even in Python it will take all these notations also. So don't worry about that giving the values. So like this, even Python also will assign these type of values to variable. Any variable you can define. So here I am defining x. So the value is assigned to x. The meaning of x is so 11.66 times 10 to the power of 5. Okay. So this number, these types of numbers we can define float data type in Python. Okay. Now another numeric data type is complex data type. So complex number is a number. So normally we know that the number is in the form of a plus bj. Okay, so here a is called real part of the number and b is called imaginary part of the number. So normally we know that we studied in +1 and +2, or if it is a state syllabus we studied in intermediate. Okay, so these numbers we can call it as a complex numbers. Even these parts both a and b may contain integers or may contain floats. Okay, so maybe positive numbers, maybe negative numbers. Okay, may contain integers, may contain floats, maybe positive, maybe negative. Okay, so here you can see some examples. 3 plus ij is a complex number, and 20 minus 6j is another complex number, and here float numbers 0.5 plus 2.5j, it is also a example for complex number. So we are assigning complex number to a variable. Which variable it is? C1. So now this C1 is called complex variable. C1 is a complex variable since it is assigned a complex value. So here try to understand. So we took three variables. A is an integer because we are assigning integer value to A, and next we are going to take floating point value to B. So that's why B is called float point variable or float variable. Now C1 we are assigning the complex value to the C1. So that's why here we called C1 is a complex variable. Okay. Now, so another important point, how we are going to represent binary numbers, hexadecimal numbers and octal numbers. So normally number systems, we have the binary number system, octal number system, hexadecimal number system, decimal number system and hexadecimal number system. So binary number system contains only 2 digits, okay, that is 0 and 1. So whatever the number you want to write in binary, it is only with the combination of zeros and ones. But so how we are going to represent in Python? So by prefixing 0b, okay, here 0 and small b, or 0 and capital B, okay, before the value. Example you can see. So 0b and 110011 is a binary number, and either 0 and capital B, so that is 111111 are binary values. So how we are going to represent binary numbers, that you have to remember 0 and small b or capital B, okay. Prefix 0b beginning of the binary number, then we consider it as a binary number, okay. If any number means the number is formed only with the help of 2 digits, so that is 0 and 1s, okay. So that number prefixes with 0b, so then we can say it is a binary number in Python, okay. And hexadecimal number, so hexadecimal number means 16 digits. So 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 A B C D E F, there are 16 digits, that's why it is called hexadecimal number. So hexadecimal number, if we want to represent in Python, so you have to prefix 0 small x or 0 capital X, okay. So you have to write 0 small x or 0 and capital X before the value. So here we have to write 0 and capital X before the value. That number we can consider hexadecimal number. So here you can see 0xA234 because A is also hexadecimal number, okay. And you can see 0 capital X FF 432 are hexadecimal values, okay. So whenever there is a prefix 0x, immediately you can think it as a hexadecimal number in Python. So octal number means 8 digits, 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. 7 is the maximum number here only. So 0 and O, so it should be prefixed with 0 and small o and 0 and capital O before the value. So that you have to remember any number with 0 and small o, okay, any number with 0 and capital O or octal value.